What's up, guys? My name's Brandon, and happy iPhone 14 pre-order day. And oh man, this year was probably the worst year yet for iPhone pre-orders. And I said that last year, but this year was even worse. But you guys know the deal by now. This video is a tradition here on the channel. Every year, I talk to you guys about my pre-order process and all of the new iPhones and Apple products that I pre-ordered for launch next week. So we're going to talk about all that. And if you guys got your iPhone 14 pre-ordered in, let me know down in the comments below which iPhone you pre-ordered. And also if you pre-ordered a Apple Watch, the AirPods Pro 2, let me know what you got down there in the comments below. So before we get into the colors and storage options that I chose, let's rewind back to earlier this morning so you could see live and direct how the pre-order process went for me. So I'm trying to pre-order and it's not letting me go through. So what I have to do now is go on here and manually select the iPhone 14s that I want and redo everything basically that I did the other day when I got it prepared. So I'm going to choose 14 Pro. I'm going to choose my next color, which is going to be, we'll do space black, 128, no trade-in, buy, connect to carrier later, no Apple Care Plus, and now add to bag. So I got to do it the old-fashioned way. I can't do it the quick way, but at least this way I'll be able to have all of them in the bag at the same time. And you can see here on the iPhone, for whatever reason, I'm still stuck in the Apple Store application. It doesn't even work. All right, so all this time later, I finally got everything in. I'll show you guys more about what I ordered right there in a minute, but so strange because it's literally 9 o'clock now. So I spent over an hour pre-ordering this year, which I believe is the longest I've ever done. So it was an absolute nightmare this year. It started off fine, but then it just completely just went downhill. And you can see here on my iPad, the Apple Store still is not even up. Like I can't even go into the Apple Store application. And even when I force quit it, it still just shows this. We can't wait either. So no clue what's going on this year. It's an absolute mess. So yeah, as you guys could tell, and I was barely awake in that video, by the way, but there were several issues, and this year is more like load time issues and, you know, other things like the orders getting canceled and also the pre-orders. If you set up your pre-order earlier in the week, so Apple allows you to select, you know, exactly what you want earlier in the week. That way it's easy to do once the pre-orders start this morning, but you were only able to do one purchase at a time. So you had to individually go in there and do each one. So I got tired of that real quick. So I had to pretty much restart my entire pre-order process and just go ahead and select the iPhone all over again and just add them all to my bag at the same time and then check out. So thankfully I got everything pre-ordered and ready for launch day. Now, if I did not have an Apple Store nearby, I would not be this lucky because, you know, it took a while to pre-order everything. Like I said, it's been like over an hour. I spent over an hour pre-ordering, and if it wasn't for an Apple Store being local to me, I would have to get it shipped to my house and I'd be probably waiting until October, which would be a huge pain. So it's definitely a big advantage to have an Apple Store close by. And I say this every single year. If you want to get your iPhone pretty much guaranteed on launch day, if you're, you know, waking up when pre-order starts, make sure you do in-store pickup because, you know, that's a lot more likely to get your phone on launch day than getting it shipped to you, which those dates slip very fast. And this year they slipped even faster than last year. So it seems to be a lot of hype, especially for the Pro models of iPhone 14 this year. All right, so now let's get into the details of exactly what I pre-ordered. And then at the end, I will tell you guys my grand total for this morning. Starting off with the iPhone 14, I got this one in blue and 128 gigabytes. So this shade of blue looks really nice, kind of similar to the Sierra blue. So I do want to see this in a person. I'm most likely going to be using this for beta testing and for just overall reviews here on the channel. So that's why I went with the base model 128 gigs. I also got a purple iPhone 14, also 128 gigabytes, and I'm going to be deciding between this purple and the blue color for which one to keep for reviews and testing. So of course I did get the base 128 as well, since it's never going to be my main phone. And then for the trifecta, I did also get the Starlight iPhone 14 in 128 gigabytes. And this is the same deal as the purple and blue. I'm only getting it to see if I like the color more than the others, which I don't think I will if it's the same shade as last year, but we'll see. And I did also pre-order the product red, but for whatever reason, it's not showing up in my order. So hopefully that does go through, but I did pre-order the product red. The only one I did not pre-order is the midnight color, and that's because of the next phone. So, and if you're wondering, by the way, why I'm getting all these colors, is because I want to show you guys in a video how all the colors look compared to each other to help you decide which one to get. And the reason I did not pre-order the regular iPhone 14 in the midnight color is because of this next one that I pre-ordered, which is the 14 Plus. So I got this in midnight in 128 gigabytes as well. And I'm really curious to see how I'm going to like this one. Now, this one does not come out until October 7th, so you are able to pre-order today, but it doesn't come out until a few weeks after the regular 14 and 14 Pros. And then moving on to the Pro models, I did get the iPhone 14 Pro in Space Black, which is a cool new color name, and I got this in 256 gigabytes. Now, this is the phone that's very likely to be my main daily device for the next year, and I got graphite as my main color last year, and I really liked having that more neutral dark color, so I decided to do it again this year with that Space Black. I really like how it looks in my carbon fiber cases and just really any case, so I'm curious to see how it compares as well to that graphite color from the 13 Pro. And for storage, I was really torn between 256 and 512 gigabytes, and the only reason I considered 512 is because we have that new 48 megapixel camera, which means that the photos are going to take up more space than they did on any previous iPhone, and that's a bet. It's definitely going to take up more space, and so that's the reason I considered going 512, but I decided to stick with 256, which is my usual, storage amount for my main device. I also got the 14 Pro in gold. Now I got this in the base 128 gigabyte model, and I only got this to show you guys on video how it looks in comparison to the other iPhone 14 Pro models. I also meant to order the silver color for the 14 Pro, but for whatever reason I ordered two Space Blacks, so I'm gonna have to get an Apple employee to switch the Space Black out for a silver iPhone 14 Pro. That way I have all colors to show you guys on video. And then for the Mac Daddy, I did also pre-order the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the brand new deep purple color, also in 256 gigabytes. Now, on the off chance that I end up using the Pro Max more than the Pro, I did decide to go with 256 on this one as well. And I did also get that new deep purple color, which I think looks absolutely amazing. And from the videos I've seen, it looks different in different shades of light. It can look kind of black in certain scenarios and certain lighting conditions. So I'm really curious to see how that looks in person. And this is probably going to be my favorite color this year. Seems like the exclusive color is always my favorite, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But I did decide to go with the deep purple on the Pro Max, just because you could see that new color more on such a, bigger back end of the phone. And then moving on to the Apple Watch, I did also get quite a few Apple Watches. I did get every one just like the iPhone 14. So we got the Apple Watch Series 8 45 millimeter midnight aluminum with the Game Royal and Midnight Navy Nike Sport Loop. That is a mouthful, but this color combo looks awesome, and I don't normally do these type of color combos, which is why I wanted to do it this year. It's different for me, and I think this color combo looks really sick, so cannot wait to try out the Series 8. Oh, and by the way, I got the GPS only model. I did not find myself using cellular at all with the Series 7, so I decided to opt out of cellular this year. I also got the Series 8 in the 41 millimeter variant, so the smaller version of the Series 8. This one is the silver aluminum case with the Storm Blue Sport Loop. So I got the smaller one, of course, for reviews and comparisons, and I also want to see what this blue and silver combo looks like. And then comes the Apple Watch SE, so the second generation Apple Watch SE. I got this in the 44 millimeter Starlight aluminum with beige braided solo loop. So I think this is a very cool, very classy looking combo, especially for such a cheap, affordable Apple Watch. I mean, $329 for an Apple Watch SE, a brand new Apple Watch SE, I think is a great deal, especially if you don't need all of those extra features and sensors. And then comes the Mac Daddy. So we also pre-ordered the Apple Watch Ultra. So this only comes in one specific variant, which is GPS plus cellular, a 49 millimeter titanium case, and then you do get the option of choosing between a few different watch bands. And I chose the very flashy orange Alpine loop, which I think looks sick. And I'm not even usually a fan of flashy colors like this, but this just looks awesome to me. And I really cannot wait to see how this Apple Watch Ultra looks in person, because it seems huge on the wrist, but I've heard that it's also very light and very cool looking. So I'm really curious to see how that Apple Watch Ultra is gonna be in person, especially compared to the Series 8 and the SE. And then finally, I did also pre-order the AirPods Pro 2, which only come in white. Unfortunately, I would have loved to see a matte black or just a black pair of AirPods this year. But of course, we only have the white for the AirPods Pro 2, and I had to throw those in there in this pre-order process as well. So that is everything that I pre-ordered. I did decide to pay for everything in full using my Apple card, so I will get some cash back, which will be nice. And I did also decide to do SIM free, or carrier free for all my iPhones. So it is a little bit more expensive to go that way. And I was kind of wary this year because we only have eSIM, we don't have a SIM card slot, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure it will be easy to set up with your carrier, but that is one thing. I don't like dealing with contracts and activations and all that, so I always go the SIM free or just carrier free route. So now for the moment you've all been waiting for, my grand total from this morning was $11,281. That's right, $11,000 on Apple products in one morning. I'm just like cringing. My hair standing up just from saying that. That is an insane amount of money to spend on Apple products. I mean, especially if it's not like a Mac. Like Macs are, you can make a case for that being worth it. But just for iPhones, that's a lot of money, but I do it all for you guys. I do this to make content for you guys, to help you make a more informed, better purchasing decision. So I really hope that this helps out, and I really hope you guys subscribe and watch all my videos, because at this rate, I'm just planning on eating SpaghettiOs for the rest of the year. And by the way, I do also get asked a lot what I do with these iPhones after I review them, after I unbox them, and after I show them on video. And the reality is I keep probably 90% of the things that I buy. The only products that I return back to Apple are duplicates. Like if I have the iPhone 14 and 5 different colors or whatever, obviously I'm not going to keep the same iPhone in multiple different colors. I only buy those different colors to show you what they look like, and I will keep one of every single model, sometimes 2 of every single model, but that's it. So there you have it. That is my $11,000 iPhone 14 pre-order experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of me spending that type of money on Apple products, even though it makes me and my bank account cringe. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Also, let me know in a comment down below what you pre-ordered and what you hope to pick up on launch day. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for a lot more iPhone 14 videos coming in the not so distant future. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.